Lyndon, it couldn't have worked much better for you, I don't think.
Well, when we had the draw last night and we went up right after our teammates, Isabel and Lloyd, and they picked 5, and we picked 6, we thought, okay, well, who else is going to be in our group? And then when the Soviets ended up being in our group, Gordeev and Grigkov, we really couldn't have asked for a better group to be in, because the whole warm-up was really strong, so we were really pleased.
You must be. Cindy, how did you feel just before you went out?
At first I felt really nervous, but as soon as my legs touched the ice, I was relaxed. I was back at home. When I heard the Canada crowd screaming, it really helped.
What do you think of those marks?
Actually, I'm quite happy with them. I can't really compare myself to other years because it's my first world championship, but I'm happy about the way I skated, and I really don't look at the marks all as much as how I'm happy about the way I skated.
You won't be anywhere near as nervous now for the long program.
No, not as much.
Coming next, the men's original program, we'll see Canada's Michael Slipchuk and Kurt Browning.
The Brasseur and Eisler program, we knew that there was a problem with the individual skating. Unfortunately, it's easy to say, I told you so, but that is where the problem came, and now they are going to have to really fight to pull up their socks for the long program.
And they're really going to have to fight to move up, certainly past those 2 Americans who are in a tie. We have a lot more coming. Right now, back to Brian Williams.
It has always been said, if you want 100 opinions, just ask 100 people their thoughts on any particular subject. Judging or marking has always been figure skating's controversial aspect. Judges award 2 sets of marks, each to a maximum of 6.
In their original program, and that, of course, cost them dearly and dropped them down to 8th place. After the short program, they will try now to come back from that, and they have a very dramatic opening.
Very high, absolutely textbook perfect. Split triple twist.
They started working with Yushi Kessler just after last year's Worlds. He's responsible for this program. We might also point out that he is fighting off a really serious bout of flu that had him laid low after arriving in Paris for several days.
Problem again, Ted, with the single skating. That should have been throw triple toe loop. Shouldn't have caved in on the end of that. Superior level of interpretation that I'm seeing this year as compared with last, and that's always encouraging to see a year's improvement. No, same problem again. Poor single skating with a particularly difficult entry into that jump, which she should not do. She should not take any chances with a jump that is her most difficult, and you could almost see that coming before it even happened. extremely difficult move. She sailed right into a one-arm star lift, really a top-of-the-line lift. And unfortunately for Lloyd, the problem is certainly not his. It lies in her ability to do the jumps, and I think what she's got to do is when she gets back, either she is able to go and take a crash course in single skating and get that technique under her belt, or she simply cannot continue, because that's the major problem there. Difficult lift. This was a very technically difficult program. He is just a masterful pair partner. He never seems to run out of energy. There were lots of very interesting things about that program. There was a definite improvement over last year. They looked beautiful, beautifully costumed. But again, there's just one cloud on the horizon, and that is Isabel single skating. Now, I don't know, because I haven't seen her skating enough, whether this was just a bad period. But unfortunately, that is the abscess in the problem, and that has to be lanced and fixed. Otherwise, there's real trouble in the future. About the program to be commended upon, particularly the speed. There was like great conditioning there. Again, their appearance was excellent, and yet I keep harping back to the one problem of the individual skating.
These are the first set of marks for technical merit. A 5-1, rather surprising perhaps to the Canadian judge, Audrey Williams, but we must check and see how she has been marking all the way through. That might well be her highest mark. 5-5 from Switzerland. Second set of marks will be for artistic impression, and one would think because of what they did, they would be somewhat higher. Yes, they are 5-4 this time from Mrs. Williams, for instance. 5-5 from the United States judge, Mrs. Ida Tanioka, and that moves them ahead of the Seabolds. They had been behind the Seabolds, the American pair after the original. The East German pair, and they are very, very good. Peggy Schwartz and Alexander Koenig, third after the original. We did not see them at the Europeans in Birmingham, but they certainly have made their presence felt here already.
Now, Ted, something very unusual about that lift. That should have been something quite spectacular, and for whatever reason, she just opted, or he just opted not to lift her, and he just allowed her to hang in the middle of the air. I don't know what happened. I've never seen that before in pair competition. Very, very disappointing. Something definitely seems to be the matter. I think that the broken lift at the beginning had a lot to do with that fall. Total loss of concentration on their part. It's too bad they're a strong pair.
this could very well shake up the medal presentations at the end of this competition, because they have been third after the original.
Got to concentrate fully and get right back into the arena and fight for a medal. And that medal is still possible. Triple toe loops side by side. They were somewhat done. She did cave in at the end of her, so they were not absolutely flawless. Unfortunately for them, the big ammunition came right at the top, and they blew their two biggest bids for the title, which is the opening lift and also the double axels. It appeared to be a successfully done throw triple sow cow. Nevertheless, she did put her foot down, so that does not count either. Opening of the program. I don't know what it is. I'll have to speak to Heidi Steiner after the trainer and find out what it was. But this was not the pair that we had seen in the practice, and this very easily could have even beaten Gordieva Grinkoff. Do you think, Ted?
They might have. We expected high things. They were very disappointing, and there was no inspiration at all. We'll have to see what the judges think.
This was the throw triple sow cow, but I believe that she put her foot down. You couldn't see it exactly there, but she did put her foot down, so that is not what one would call a clean landing. The marks here will be difficult also for the judges, because what you're marking here is an excellent pair that has skated badly. And so what you have to do is look for the good qualities but of course take into consideration the mistakes. This was an interesting lift, press lift.
And here are their first set of marks, their technical marks, and they are down much lower than we would have expected ordinarily from this couple. The East German judge finding it only a 5-4, a 5-2 from the Australian judge. The Soviet and Czech judges giving 5-5. They were third, remember, after the original program. Now, their second set of marks for artistic are a little bit higher, but so far they are second in this free skating. Although they are the current leaders with 3 more couples to go, they are second in the free skating here, and there are still 3 to come. A very disappointing skate for the East Germans. Well, here are the Olympic champions, eager here because they did not skate at the Europeans due to an injury to him, eager to regain the world championship that was taken away from them by their teammates, the now retired Velova and Vasiliev, last year in Budapest. They did win the original program, and they are in classic white, Gordieva and Grinkov.
Magnificent opening left, a split triple twist that she just seemed to hover in the air before he actually pulled her down and put her onto her blade on the ice. Flying double axel side by side. All of a sudden the anxiety of watching pairs evaporates as you watch this couple. Beautiful throw double axel, landed effortlessly with tremendous smile. This is what skating's all about.
She's always presented herself so delightfully, but now that she's a little older, she's 18, she's gained a great deal of maturity.
But one must not negate the fact that the risk is still very much there. That was also absolutely as though she had dropped in from heaven. A beautiful throw, triple Salchow. Just because it looks easy, don't think for 1 second that it is. There's also the reason that they are the reigning Olympic champions.
Nice to hear some Strauss music, too, when 2 of the greatest skaters are performing to it.
Well, Strauss is the music that, in my opinion, is really a composer that has created music specially for skating, and these skaters are doing it beautifully. Of this pair is the in-between movement and the way that they actually work together and how the various moves fall into the next move seemingly without effort. only the most masterful of all skaters are able to achieve this.
Well, two of the other greatest predecessors from many years ago, the Protopopovs, are here watching in Paris tonight, and I'm sure they're thrilled by watching these young Soviet stars.
Performance. Again, one of those performances that set them far above any of the other pair skaters on the planet. Very similar to the performance that we saw in Calgary in the Olympics, where they simply were uncontested champions. The audience is on its feet here, and for very good reason. It was magical, poetic skating, masterfully done. This is the sort of program that one could very easily see a whole row of 6.0s. I think that they should come out for this program.
So you always wait to get a lump in your throat at a world championship in any sport, and that brought the lump in the throat. You can be very, very sure, because I have never seen them better. I've seen them many times, but even the Canadians who will skate next, Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson, came out and applauded this performance by these amazing Soviets. And she wastes no time, just picked up one little bouquet, and there she is. Well, their first set of marks, they did not get a 6. They have 5.8s and 5.9s right across. Those are the highest marks, but I guess 6s are not in the book this year, because if there were to be 6s for anything, I would have thought that they would have come for that performance as you did, Toller. We'll have to wait and see the next set of marks for artistic. 5.9 there only, and that was from the Swiss judge. Their marks for artistic, well, there are a lot of 5.9s, all but one. That was a 5.8, and those are first place marks from every judge, and I'm quite sure, I don't know what kind of a miracle would prevent those being gold medal marks and the regaining of the world championship for them, Grinkov and Gordievov. And now, from Canada, Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson, who skated beautifully, perhaps better than they ever have, in being second amongst the 11 pairs in the original. And a medal is there for them. They have to skate for it. They have to win it. But it is there for the winning. From Canada, Cindy Landry, who's very young at 17, Lyndon Johnson.
This was a well-done throw. The first really difficult move so far in the program, a throw, triple sow cow. No, they cannot hope to actually outskate Gordieva and Glinkoff. What they can hope for is to skate a flawless, or what would amount to a flawless program, as to the very best of their ability, and hope that that would keep them in medal form, which, because of the demise of Schwartz and Koenig in their program, there's a very good chance. But what they have to do is be very careful and really go for the clean program and hope that that's enough. Put together over the last year, which is evidence that Ellen Burka, famous skating teacher in Toronto, always says, put two good skaters together and they're in worlds before you know it. This is a great example of that. Very good. Now, this seems to be far more the sort of stuff that we want to see, because that was a very difficult, right in the middle of the program, a throw, double axel.
They did it right in front of their coach, Kerry Leach, and he almost jumped out of his eyeglasses. One more minute and a medal might very, very well be theirs.
They've really got to push. No matter what it is they do, they have got to sustain the speed. And they are sustaining. Carrying star lift right at the end. The important thing is not so much what you do, but the conviction in how you do it. Strong series of jumps right at the end. They seem to have caught the wave like so many other skaters that are on the road to winning medals. It's a very good choice of music too. You can see the choreography, and the music does not let up at the end. For this pair, so unexpected. They come right out of the blue, and this is certainly going to be a medal for them, it would appear.
I think very, very probably a silver medal on the basis of that skate. It certainly is there, a silver medal for Canada's Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson. We don't want to count things before the egg is hatched, but certainly they came up with a marvelous performance. As they had done in their original, they opted to be a little bit cautious, but it worked, and it meant that there were no flaws in that program.
Also for Lyndon, it's so much to his credit, because, I mean, after the Denise Benning partnership, he could have opted to retire, but instead he went the full route. He even competed in a junior competition this year in Saint-Gervais and went on, and we're hoping that they're going to win a medal, because that certainly seemed to me a medal-winning performance.
Well, they're still on the ice. Stephen, congratulations and flowers as we wait now for their marks to come up, and their first set of marks are 5.7s and 5.6s across the board, which are the second best marks behind only Gordieva Glinkoff. And now there's Kerry Leach down there with his couple. That's very, very likely going to put them into silver medal position, because they had been second, and now their second set of marks, a 5.8 from the Canadian judge, Audrey Williams, down to a 5.3 from Switzerland. But they are in second place right now with only one more couple to skate. Betsky and Petrov of the Soviet Union, who were 2 places behind them after the original program. Medal. There's certainly going to be a medal, but which one Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson do win? They're starting at opposite sides of the ice. The last pair, Petrov and Betchka of the Soviet Union.
Who did all the Fellini films, and the music is impeccable for skating. Very exciting. I had not heard it used before. A beautiful triple twist. Light as a feather. Beautiful throw triple southpaw. Mistakes, and the mistakes are the result of high-risk elements, but unfortunately what they're doing is literally handing the silver medal over to the Johnson-Landry team.
Well, sitting right up behind us watching this so they can know which medal they're going to win are our Canadian couple, Lyndon Johnson and Cindy Landry. You come down to earth yet, Cindy? She says not yet.
Very difficult lift, hand-to-hand press lift, and she was actually able to grab her blade in midair, which I have not seen before. In pairs. Of course, after the gold by Underhill and Martini in '84. Very difficult move. This program, in the excitement of the Gordieva program and also the Landry Johnson, is probably not being appreciated as much as it should be. It's a very artistic program, very complicated, very original, and quite a different choice of music with many, many mood changes. probably too many small mistakes to really make it a serious challenger to the second place, but there were many fine qualities. They're a great pair. There were some fine things, a very good throw triple Salchow, as I remember. Very light landing, strong single skating, and a particularly individual thrust to the whole layout of the program, which I admired.
As they leave the ice, it'll be to wait and see what will befall them. And the silver medal seems to be in the grasp of Canada's Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson. We must wait, however, to see. Will there be a medal indeed for this last Soviet couple? Will they be able to get past Schwartz and Koenig of East Germany? Elena Betsky and her partner Denis Petrov.
Mesdames et messieurs, après l'annonce des dernières notes, vous pourrez assister à la cérémonie protocolaire et à la présentation des nouveaux champions du monde. Nous vous prions donc de bien avoir quelques minutes de patience. Merci. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, you can see the new world champions.
Les notes pour Elena Vishka et Denis Petrov.
I guess the wait was well worth it.
Elena Vishka and Denis Petrov.
And here are the first set of marks, and certainly they are not going to be enough. 5-4s and 5-5s will not be enough because they were in fourth place behind Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson after the original, and we'll just wait for their second set of marks for artistic. As the colors will change, those marks will change, and they will come up. Here they are, 5-4s, 5-6s, and 5-5s, but not enough. They will get a medal, but it will be bronze, and the silver will go to Canada's Cindy Landry and Lyndon Johnson, sitting right up behind us here. Our sincerest congratulations. Thank you. Marvelous. I might as well talk to you right now.
Right.
You opted again, perhaps a little bit for the conservative to be safe, but it worked. And have you ever done it better since you got together?
No, I don't think so. This is, I think, the highlight of the whole year. The short program we've done a couple of times, or quite a few times, to the best of our ability almost, which came across last night. But the long seemed to have a few niches in it, and they came together right tonight.
Don't you think that with the weight, because you've had a very turbulent career, and it's sort of been up and down and up, and then when you stop skating with Denise, and all of a sudden you say, well, I think I'll go one more year. I mean, didn't you think you were a bit crazy to actually continue? And also, are you not surprised that success came so quickly?
It was a long decision for both Denise and myself to make, and the decision that she made to continue with school, and she's very happy with that, and I'm very happy with the decision I made. I really didn't think it was going to come together this quickly with Cindy, but we knew it was going to be quick. But a silver medal at the World, not quite that quick, but...
There's a pretty happy guy back there, Kerry. Tell me, did you predict a medal when you arrived in Paris?
No, we were going for a performance. We thought there was an outside chance, but this is an incredible young lady, and she certainly kept it together, and for the short period of time they skated, just the future's very bright for them.
Well, it'll sink in, Cindy, after a little while, I think.
Well, particularly, I think something has to be said about the coupling, because you are an incredible young lady, and any person to come into Worlds and be second behind Gordieva Grinkov and hold their head up and actually go out and skate right after them the way that you did, and with the exact same kind of energy and professionalism, is incredible, but you have an incredible partner as well.
Go and get your silver medal now.
Okay, we will. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
The pairs medals, gold to Grinkov and Gordieva of the Soviet Union, silver to Canada's Landry and Johnson, bronze to Betschka and Petrov of the Soviet Union. And the first presentation here, a silver medal to Canada, and I think a very, very happy and pleasant surprise for many people, Dollar.
Well, Ted, I can't think of a better way of starting a World Championship competition with having a very unexpected